$80 for a tiny bottle of pills feels like a lot of money to spend on something you only use 4 days out of the month. That is the core of this whole cellular rejuvenation pitch. They want you to believe that a handful of exotic plants can wake up your DNA and fix your body from the inside out. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel. We are looking at ingredients like Tibetan sea buckthorn and Madagascan aloe. Even Okinawan seaweed makes an appearance. The names alone make you feel like you are buying a secret ancient remedy from the far corners of the earth. But the reality is much more grounded in clever marketing than it is in hard medicine. The protocol itself is the first red flag that caught my eye. You take 6 capsules a day for 4 days straight. Then you stop for 26 days. The claim is that this cycle mimics the natural healing response of your body. When you look at actual peer-reviewed journals, this pattern is nowhere to be found. It is a total mystery where they got this specific timing. It feels like they just picked a schedule that sounds impressive. You end up paying about $3.30 for every single pill. For that price, you would expect some heavy-duty results. They do cite studies showing that their branded ingredients can spike your stem cell circulation. One extract supposedly boosts those numbers by 25%. That sounds like a massive win until you check the clock. Those effects only last for about 2 hours. It is a quick flash in the pan. It is not a permanent upgrade to your biological systems. It is like a temporary caffeine buzz, but for your cells. Stem cell biologists have been very vocal about these kinds of supplements lately. One researcher from a major university stated clearly that there is no solid clinical data for this at all. Taking a pill simply does not translate to significant human stem cell enhancement. The company uses very specific language to stay out of trouble with the law. They say the product supports activity. They never say it repairs tissue or reverses the aging process. Those words carry a lot of weight with regulators. By avoiding them, they can keep selling the dream without having to provide the proof. Their own internal testing even showed some major cracks in the logic. More than half of the participants reported feeling excellent during that first 4-day window. Here is the problem. The company itself admitted they did not expect anyone to see real benefits for months. If people feel a massive change in just 96 hours, that is likely just the power of suggestion. You want it to work because you invested your hard-earned cash into it. That is the classic placebo effect in full swing. Genuine regenerative medicine involves actual medical procedures and specialized doctors. It is not a DIY project you can finish before your e-morning coffee with a few capsules. This supplement is basically a collection of high-end botanical extracts with a very expensive price tag and even better branding. It sounds scientific because it uses big words in exotic locations. In reality, it is just a very pricey way to experiment on yourself. You are paying for the feeling of doing something revolutionary for your health. But the evidence just is not there to back up that $80 price tag. It is better to keep your money and stick to things we know actually work. Don't let the poetic descriptions of seaweed distract you from the lack of clinical proof. It is all about the difference between what sounds smart and what actually changes your biology. Keep questioning the hype and stay focused on the facts.